In today's installment of the Deluxe Reading Dreams series, a toilet is constructed for the laundry bathroom. This is the toilet that I was waiting for, that I ordered, and it came in last week. And it's quite a bit smaller than advertised. It was advertised as a Barbie size toilet, and it is not. It's more of a 1/12 size toilet. And I'm not pleased about this at all, to say the least. It just isn't big enough for a Barbie to sit on. In fact, it's just not, it's not big at all. So I'm going to have to make a toilet. And luckily I'm going to put Juliet over here off to the side. But luckily, I'm going to take this apart, which I discovered I could do. And I'm going to trace out all the pieces that make up this toilet. And I'm going to see if I can take this off without breaking anything. Let's see if I can get this apart. There we go. So I can trace out these pieces and just make a toilet. Okay, and get the back of that. And I'm going to lift Juliet's dress a bit, and that's perfect. Okay, there's the lid. Just a tad bit. Okay, I think I did pretty good on that. Okay, and that's the back of the toilet, and I'll put a lid on there. And probably could do something like that. And just build this out, hold on to this piece here. Okay, and go ahead and cut the lid out. And when I put gloss Mod Podge on this, this will firm up the cardboard. The toilet lid, and I have the toilet seat, and I just have to cut a hole in there, and I just might double this seat because this is this part of the cardboard is just a little bit too flexible. Probably do this again. Okay. And I'm happier with that than last time. Let's see, let's get some of this on the inside here. Okay, put that there. Sketch it out. Pretty good. So I'll go ahead and glue these two together. You see how that's all ripped up? So it's a that together. Everything's good. And that there. And I'll cut that out so we can get that going. All right. Pencil out of the way. Yeah, there we go. So, get more. I'm really excited about this. Excited to see what this is going to become. I wished I had thought to do this before I spent the money on the other, but then there is an advantage to having the miniature toilet, because I could trace out and copy and make a toilet at scale. Okay, this is coming along pretty well. I'm very pleased. Okay, there we go. There. And I'll hold that together for just a moment. I might put another piece over that to cover that part. So far, it's working out pretty well. Maybe I could use that there. Yeah, I'll just use that. Okay. And that covers up that really nicely. Let's see what the lid is looking like. Okay. So how does that look? I think very nice. Okay, so there has to be a piece that goes like here. So let's do this. Sits right on the back like that. And I'm going to put another piece together here because that this is flimsy. And put that right on top. I'll lay it on there. Looks pretty good. Okay, so let me open this up here. I attempted the straw and skewer method to attach the lid and the seat, but this didn't work, so I opted to use just a skewer, which worked and looked better, as you'll see in the finished product. To make the bowl, I bent and shaped a piece of cardboard, wrapping it around the bowl top. The bowl is then clipped and trimmed. A piece of cardboard is then put on the back of the toilet to support the tank and the bowl. Now to attaching the tank and seat. To give the toilet height, a piece of cardboard was rolled to size, then the ends hot glued together. The toilet was then glued along the underside and then the roll attached. Another piece of cardboard was added to cover the work on the roll. I finished the toilet and it turned out very nice. I'm very pleased with the results. Now, as I was working on it, I realized that the camera had stopped and everything that I did on the toilet was not captured. So I'm going to do a quick review on what I did. Now, as you know, the bottom part here, the base, was exposed. So I didn't like how that was looking, and of course I also reduced it some because the toilet was much too tall. But I put some cardstock around the base of it, and at that point I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with it, whether I was going to paint it or what was going to happen, but I knew that I was going to have to do something different. So I took it a step further and I put another piece of corrugated cardboard around the base, and it stabilized it and made it look even nicer. The other thing that I did do was I took some gloss Mod Podge. I took one coat and I coated the toilet with it, and of course it's made the toilet very firm. And so that's the nice thing about when you put the gloss Mod Podge on there, that it really makes the item that you're working on very solid and sturdy. So what I thought I would do on this was, because the idea was to paint this, and I thought that I would paint it black, but then I found some gift paper here, and I decided to do the toilet in gold. So what I've done here is, this is the lid to the toilet, and I've taken some glass Mod Podge, and I put that on both sides of the lid, and then I put the paper over. The other thing that I thought I might do too was on the miniature toilet that I got, that I took the other parts off. So this would be the handle from the toilet, and then this would be the toilet paper holder. So I've already punched holes in the areas where that would go. So once I have finished covering the toilet, then I'll go ahead and apply these pieces. And I'm going to start here on the back. And so I couldn't be more pleased about how that lid turned out. And I just know it's going to be, it's going to work out fine for the whole toilet. So I'm just going to cover this up here. And lay that on top. And that just looks so pretty. I love that. And see, that's giving me the imprint of the toilet, so that will make it so much far easier to trim off the excess. And I'm really glad that I have this, and that this solved the problem that I had on what I was going to do in covering it. And I'm going to use every available piece I have for the paper. There's plenty of it here. I'm going to put this around there. And this will give me enough time to cover this up. And so this was a lot quicker in building than I thought it would be. And this is the first time I've ever tried something like this, so. And I wished I had thought to do this before I invested in something that wasn't, invested in something that wasn't going to work. The back of the toilet was reinforced with extra gift wrap, including a piece laid over top of the bowl, followed up with more gloss Mod Podge. Surprisingly, all provided a strong anchor for the skewer, allowing the lid to open and close freely. The center is chiseled out. A second piece of gift wrap is applied, covering the seat and inside rim. After the toilet was covered, a coat of gloss Mod Podge was applied. The skewer, then the lid are glued into place. Now to attaching the handle and toilet paper holder. An opening is made under the tank for a water supply line commonly seen on real toilets. The computer keyboard cord used for the washer will also be used to mimic a pipe. A side note, the cord was loose in the opening, so a piece of paper towel was wrapped on the end and covered with Mod Podge, then reinserted. Beginning with the stand, using my circular template, I create 4 15/16 circles for the base. The circles are then glued, stacked, and 1/8 inch brown tape put around the outside. Gloss Mod Podge is applied to the base top to firm and seal it. A skewer cut to 2 3/8 inch was used for the pole. The base was made this way for height and thickness. Next, the tissue rolls are made. Using an unrolled tissue roll, it's cut to scale, rolled again, then hot glued. The process is repeated for the paper towels. After making the tissue and paper towel rolls, the pieces are packaged like those in the store. A fourth roll was added to the package. Using the 1/12 scale plunger, which came with the toilet as a reference, I make the plunger. The plunger is made of polymer clay and the handle made from a skewer. The plunger after baking. I hope you enjoyed today's video as much as I enjoyed presenting it. Until next time, thank you so very much for watching.